Welcome to Pydle Day 48. Pydle is a daily puzzle you need to solve by writing Python code. Today's Pydle is titled Unit Matrix. It's basically square brackets with some numbers in the center. If you are mathematically inclined, you will know what a unit matrix is. There's basically ones on the diagonal, but you don't need to know what that means to solve the Pydle. If you're interested, just look on Wikipedia. If you haven't played Pydle before, then it's worth following along. I'm going to solve yesterday's Pydle, and you can go back in history and solve other ones if you enjoy this kind of thing. Yesterday's Pydle was letter G in red, and then the background is yellow. Okay, so a few things we can notice is that it's similar to yesterday's YouTube logo. It's like almost a complete red frame and then 2 extra pixels, but there's 1 pixel on the red frame that is not filled in. So if you go back to previous Pydle, you will actually keep that code. So if you go back in history, it will show you, remember the code for that particular Pydle, but this, if you haven't done any coding for a specific Pydle like today or yesterday, it will just keep the latest one you've edited. And this is quite handy because I actually want to use this loop. So I'm just going to delete the rest of the code. This is a familiar loop if you followed along a few times. So in a single loop, we basically get the x and the y's. So x going from 0 to 5, 0 to 4, y going from 0 to 4, which would give us all the pixels we need. And then there's just a convenience variable I, which is just goes left to right, like a typewriter. And then it's got a unique index for every pixel. So that unique index is actually quite important. Okay, so that is our loop. Look at yesterday's Pydle if you want to know more about that loop. Okay, so we're gonna draw a partial frame. So let's do if x in 0, 4. That's just a shorthand way of saying if x equals 0 or x equals 4. And because we need to miss out 1 pixel, so we say if and I not equal to 9, because the unique index or unique number of that pixel that we need to miss out is number 9. Then Python for the then part is just a colon. So we do Pydle x comma y, no character, and red. So that's going to fill in the left and the right. Okay, that's that done. So all the remaining pixels are either the frame on the bottom and top, so y 0 and 4, and then these extra ones. So we can actually do that in a single line. We need to do else Pydle. So we're going to use some ternary statements, x comma y for the colors, and we're going to say red if y in 0,4. That's going to cover the top and the bottom. And now again, we're going to use our kind of convenience variable to name those pixels directly, or I in, and they are 12 and 13. And then the way for the inline conditional, you do that output. That can be anything, a string or a integer or anything, any type. If that condition is true, it's going to return that value. Else, you need an else, and our else is yellow. Okay, so that, oopsie, I made a mistake. I probably forgot the character. Yeah. So Pydle also takes an argument for a character, or just a space to leave it blank. Okay, and that solves our Pydle. If you like the solution, and you haven't done it already, just click along, or you can just try and solve today's Pydle and come back tomorrow for the solution.